Good morning, students. This lecture is all about what we have learned in previous 3 lectures, that is from Monday to Wednesday. So we have started with servlet part. So what is basically a servlet? Servlet is used to create dynamic web pages. Basically it is used to create web applications. So these web applications are resides at a server side, and that server creates a dynamic web pages for the client or for the user. So servlet can be described in many ways. So for this servlet, API is API, that is application programming interface, that provides many interfaces and classes including documentation. So this interface is implemented for creating any servlet, or you can say like this: the servlet is a web component that is deployed on a server to create dynamic web pages. Because दिस सर्वलेट इस सर्वलेट में जो भी हम लोग कोडिंग करेंगे वो डिप्लॉय हो जाएगा सर्वर पे, एंड सर्वर हमें क्रिएट करके देगा डायनामिक वेब पेजेस, डिपेंड्स ऑन व्हाट वी हैव रिटन इन सर्वलेट कोड. ओके, so this is a working of servlet where client is sending a request to the server. Now it's work of the web server to response to the user's request, and this response is generated at runtime. Then that response is finally sent to the client. So this is a basic use of how the servlet works. Then how the servlet executes. There are the steps for servlet execution. First, client sends a data, that is to the server in the form of web page. क्लाइंट सर्वर को डेटा सेंड करेगा, मीन्स कैसे करेगा? एनी ऑफ द वेब पेज के फॉर्म में, वेब पेज के फॉर्म में कुछ कोड हो सकता है. इट कैन बी HTML फाइल ऑल्सो. देन दैट रिक्वेस्ट इज सेंड बाय द ब्राउजर और अ क्लाइंट इन रीड बाय सर्वलेट. सो दिस रिक्वेस्ट और डेटा कंटेन्स डेटा सेंड. उसमें क्या क्या होगा? सो सर्वलेट फिर उसके जो भी इंक्लूडेड होगा वो सेंड होगा. देन सर्वलेट देन प्रोसेस द डेटा एंड जनरेट्स द रिजल्ट, एंड सर्वलेट दिस सेंड्स दिस डेटा टू द क्लाइंट इन वैरायटी ऑफ फॉर्मेट्स. जो भी डेटा हमें यूज़र को फाइनली रिसीव्ड होगा वो कौन से फॉर्म में होगा? इट कैन बी इन अ फॉर्म ऑफ वेब पेज, इट कैन बी इन अ फॉर्म ऑफ PDF, और मे बी इन Excel form. And when the user is sending a request, so that a request is in the form HTML form में हो सकता है, cookies के form में हो सकता है, media type के form में हो सकता है. तो फिर compression scheme, any of this compression scheme is applied while sending a request from browser. Okay, so what is basically a web application? web application क्या होता है कि different websites होता है, वो मिला के एक बनता है web application. So web application is used to create dynamic websites. So we can create these web applications by using servlet or JSP. JSP is a Java server pages. But by using HTML we can create static HTML. But if we want dynamic, that means web page should interact with the user, then we need web application. So these web applications can be created by using servlet or JSP. Then what is a web server? Which processes the client request and sends a response back to the client. जो भी क्लाइंट का जो भी या तो फिर यूज़र का जो भी रिक्वेस्ट होगा, क्लाइंट वो रिक्वेस्ट को क्या करेगा? प्रोसेस करेगा, उसके ऊपर वर्क करेगा, एंड उसका जो भी रिजल्ट होगा इट सेंड्स अ रेस्पॉन्स बैक टू द क्लाइंट. दिस इज अ वर्क ऑफ web server. Then which web server to use? Apache is most widely used web server. Then there are different other web servers are also there. For the NetBeans Glassfish server is used So this is a working of servlet. Here is a web client sends a HTTP request to the web server. Now this web server is interacting with the static data store. It sends a request to the this store, and it then web server will get a response. Then it actually sends a servlet request to the application server. This application server can be Apache server, or it can be Glassfish server, where application server contains web container and other services. And then finally application server have main database, that is application data store, where application server interact with the application database and request the request which is requested by the web server. Then it finally sends a servlet response to the web server, and finally this server sends a response back to the client, that is a web client. That means a user will get a response. So this is how the actually servlet works. So it there are the application server comes into the picture, web server come into the picture. Web server have its own static data store, application server have its own application data store. Then servlet container. Suppose user can only request static web pages from a server. If user wants that user wants to read the web pages based on his input, then then servlet container come into the picture, because servlet container creates a dynamic web pages on a server side. So that servlet container sends a request, sends a response as a part of web server, and it interacts with the services. Here is a diagram where web server which contains servlet container, which sends client is sending a request to this web server, and web server generates a dynamic web pages and sends that response to the client as a HTTP response. Then what are the advantages of servlet? Main is it generates dynamic documents which are easier to read or easier to write and faster to run. Then another feature of Java is exception handling. Servlet supports exception handling and garbage collection feature. Then servlet can communicate with the servlet can communicate with the different servlet and servlet server. Then what are the disadvantages of the servlet? Designing, it's very difficult, because उससे क्या होता है, application slow down हो जाता है. This is a disadvantage of servlet. Then writing complex business logic makes the application difficult to understand. Yes, and for each time servlet to run we require a server. So these are the disadvantages of server. Next part is how do web server servlet look like. servlet कैसे, उसका syntax क्या है, कैसे है. So this is an file of this is an servlet file where package is import, that is import java.servlet.star. Then this is a class of servlet class which extends HTTP servlet. There is a method called as service method which has two parameters, servlet request and servlet response, and it throws the servlet exception and IO exception. Then in this service part we can write the logic, whatever we want to write. For addition of two numbers we can add two numbers over here in this service method. Then steps of servlet, how the servlet works. These are the steps. User sends a request for a servlet by clicking on the URL to the servlet. Then that container finds the servlet using deployment descriptor and creates two objects. Yes, this container creates two objects, that is HTTP servlet request and HTTP servlet response. Then container create or allocates a thread for each request. जो भी क्लाइंट का रिक्वेस्ट होगा उसके ऊपर कंटेनर क्या करेगा, एक थ्रेड अलोकेट करेगा एंड कॉल्स अ सर्विस मेथड. इट विल कॉल अ सर्विस मेथड एंड पासेस रिक्वेस्ट एंड रेस्पॉन्स ऑब्जेक्ट एज अ आर्ग्यूमेंट. जो भी HTTP सर्वलेट रिक्वेस्ट एंड HTTP सर्वलेट का जो भी ऑब्जेक्ट्स होगा एज एन आर्ग्यूमेंट वो सर्विस मेथड में पास करेगा. देन सर्विस मेथड डिसाइड्स which method to use, do get or do post. Depends on that request, it process the further request and generates a response and sends the response back to the client. And we have also seen what is the difference between get and post by practical demonstration. Then we have seen servlet life cycle. So first step in servlet life cycle is servlet class is loaded. Then second step is servlet instance gets created. Third method is init method is invoked. Fourth step is service method is invoked. Fifth step is destroy method is invoked. So this is a diagram of servlet life cycle. Initially पहले क्या होगा, सर्वलेट क्लास इज लोडेड, फिर उसका इंस्टेंस क्रिएट होगा, इनिट मेथड कॉल होगा, सर्विस मेथड इन्वोक होगा एंड डिस्ट्रॉय मेथड. आफ्टर एग्जीक्यूशन ऑफ सर्वलेट फाइनली द डिस्ट्रॉय मेथड इज इन्वोक टू रिलीज द रिसोर्सेज विच आर हेल्ड बाय दिस सर्वलेट. So servlet class is loaded when a request is received by the web container, then its instance gets created. Init method is invoked only once after creating the servlet instance. जब तक step 2 complete नहीं होगा तब तक step 3 that means init method is invoke नहीं होगा. Then fourth step is servlet service method is invoke. After init method gets invoked, service method do its work. So these are the syntax for the service method and init method. Then finally the destroy method is invoked for removing a servlet instance from a service by using this method, that is public void service. Then there are three ways to create a class, that is a servlet class: by implementing servlet interface, by generating servlet class, and by inheriting HTTP servlet class. So these are the three implementations for creating a servlet. So this is an simple example which shows welcome to servlet text which gets displayed on a browser. So here first importing is done, import java x.servlet.star, then java.oya.star. This is a demo servlet, this is a class of a file. Then there is a method called as doGet. It can be doPost or doService also. Then here is the HTML code for writing welcome to servlet file. Without using HTML code, we have seen how we can display a content on a web page with HTML or without HTML code. Then after the work is done, we have closed the connection. Then that is closed by using pw.close, because print writer object is pw. We have seen the example which contains out object is there, so out.close. Then there is a file, that is a web.xml file. This is a format of web.xml file where web app is represents the whole application. Servlet is a subclass, sub element of a web app which represents the servlet. Then servlet name, which is a sub element of servlet which represents name of a servlet, and servlet class, that name of a class should be the same in the servlet class. Then mapping is used for mapping the servlet. Then how do we we have created our first servlet application in NetBeans. So for this we have to just click the icon of NetBeans. Then after that click on file, new project, select Java web application, click on next. Then we have to give the project name, whatever we want to give. Here the name is first, then click on next. we just have to see Glassfish server is added or not. If it is not dead, we can click on add button. The Glassfish server gets added or installed when you will use NetBeans for the first time. For the later time, the server is automatically gets added. Then click on finish. So the project directory gets created. So in this project directory, on a source package, click on right click on this source package, click on new and click on servlet. So give the name of a class, that is a my servlet. Click on name can be anything, servlet का जो भी नाम देना है you can give. Click on next. Then here is a main step. We have to check this checkbox. That means the information gets added to the deployment descriptor. So this will add this servlet information in web.xml file. We don't have to write it by our own, because it automatically gets added. Only we have to check this checkbox. Then we have to click on finish. So our my servlet.java file gets created, and in other side, on right hand side, we can write hello world in the service or doGet method. So in this doGet method, we can write in out.println. Print function is used to print the content on a web page. So out.println, welcome to first servlet application in NetBeans, but this content is written in h2 tag, so heading tag is used. And suppose if you want to create a HTML file, so right click on a web page, click on new, then select HTML. So give the name to the HTML file, click on finish. So you can add any of the content to the HTML file. So here the content is added, that is we have created a hyperlink. So href is equal to hello. Hello is a name of a servlet file. When user clicks on hyperlink, user will render to the next page, that is a servlet page. That is name of a file is hello. And link text is my servlet page, and this hello is a servlet name of a servlet file. And anchor tag is used to create an hyperlink. Once this is done, save the code. Then just check in web.xml welcome file which contains index.html file or not. If this file is mentioned, then this index.html will get executed first. If it is a hello.java, then Java file gets executed first as a first page. So it should be, if it is a HTML, you can add welcome file list class over here, and in a welcome file element you can add HTML file, that is index.html, so that this file gets executed. Either option is there, and on index.html right click and click on run, that is another option. Then run your application either by right click on a index.html file and click on run, either you can click on project and click on run. So your first file gets loaded and executed. So here we get the output on a browser, that is HTML file. Click here to go to my servlet page. My servlet page is an hyperlink. When user clicks on this my servlet page, user will get servlet file as an output as welcome to servlet. So I hope you have cleared with this servlet concept. We have seen what is the introduction part of servlet life cycle, what are the steps involved in servlet, then how to create a project in NetBeans, and practical demonstration for the same. I hope you have cleared with this. So this must we have seen in 3 lectures. For a next part, we will again meet in a next lecture. For now, Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.